Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at movement of corn, beans, and wheat through our futures system with care of John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. After sharply higher markets over the last several days, the grain market was lower night before last into yesterday's session. Better chances for rain in some of the key drought-stressed areas are mostly responsible for those losses. There also was some profit taken as the market has moved pretty far, pretty fast. The midday weather maps day before yesterday came in slightly drier, which allowed the grains to recover some of early losses. New crop December corn down as much as 15 overnight, closed down 8. New crop November beans down as much as 54 cents on Wednesday evening, closed down 37 cents by the bushel. KC wheat recovered to close essentially unchanged. Some in the trade have speculated that the market is now trading a corn yield down to a range of 171 to 173 in bushels per acre, sharply lower than USDA's last projection of 181.5. According to the latest NOAA radio drought monitor, 65% of the U.S. corn producing area is now in drought. That is up 57% from last week and only 25% from a month ago. Corpus Christi's Public Elevator in Archer Daniels Midland is open this week, 7 a.m. to 6:45, and will have unloading hours over the weekend. Timco Houston, 7 to 5, and the Andersons Houston, 7 to 3. For help marketing your grains, trust John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus, 361-852-5207. We're on the line with Jody Fry from Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. Jody, how'd everything go?
Went good. Had 800 head today. Had some really good quality cattle there. The steer and bull calves sold fully steady. Heifers, calling those another $3 to $5 higher. Like I mentioned, had some really good quality ranch calves here today, and they sold really well. Slaughter cows and bulls continue to sell fully steady. Limited numbers of bred cows, like it has been for a while, selling about steady as well. Better quality steers, 400 to 600 pounds, from $2 all the way up to a high of near $290, mostly $220 to $250. 600 to 800 pound steers, $175 to a high of $235, mostly $190 to $220. Heifer calves, 400 to 600 pounds, $190 to $245, mostly $2 to $230. Slaughter cows, average to high yielding, 77 to 97. Still some of the highest yielding slaughter cows from 98 to a high of 108. Thin or very low yielding cows, just a few of those from 50 to 75. Slaughter bulls, average to high yielding, 93 to 115. Some of the highest in slaughter bulls, actually several of those today, from 116 to a high of 132. Bred cows and 2-year-olds, just a few small packages, average to better quality, anywhere from 1,200 to a high of 1,550.
What do we expect this next week, Jody?
I think lighter numbers, Larry. The holiday has been bought up for. The animals have been bought. Of course, the ethnic holiday we're talking about actually happens later in the week, next week, but all of those have to be delivered to those points. And that really high market that we've seen on the mutton goats, the billies, the nannies, so forth, the big buck lambs, we see that as being pretty well over with. So I think numbers will be lighter. We'll just have to see how the market turns out. Cattle numbers, same way. We'll be just ahead of that July 4th vacation. We will have a cattle sale next Thursday, but I look for the numbers to be much lighter as well.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Jody.
You bet. 325-653-3371. That'll get the office number, and 234-7895. That'll reach me on the mobile.
All right. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves. USDA says the national pork carcass cutout value strengthened by $1.46 at $96.08. Federal slaughter, 1.384 million head. That's down from the 1.392, and it's 4,000 head lighter than the same week last year. Wholesale box beef prices mixed as the choice dropped 95, the select $1.10 higher. USDA's estimated federal slaughter, 378,000 head, up 4,000 from last week, 3,000 from the same week last year. We're still rocking along at 182 to 185 sales of fats in Nebraska, down from the 185 to 189. Analysts estimate today's cattle on feed report to range from 3.1% year-to-year inventory reduction to a 4% reduction. The average trade guess is 96.6. Neighbor, there's your meat moves for Thursday. We are on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how did the San Saba sale turn out?
You bet, Larry. We ended up a total of 1,513 head of cattle today. I thought overall demand was very good. Today, with a very active market the entire week, even with the high temperatures we had throughout the week, and the heat index at sometimes record levels too. But overall, I thought the stocker steers, they were probably a little softer. The only thing, which has been very high on those cattle. I thought they were 2 to 4 lower after last week's real strong price increases that we had. We did have a group of 15 steers today. We had 524 at $2.50 a pound, and they dollared out right at $1,310. The stocker heifers were probably $5 to $6 higher. Feeder steers were probably $3 higher today. I had a really choice set of black steers. There's 27 in the deal. They weighed 723 at $226 a pound, right at $1,634 on those. In the heifer side, the feeder heifers, they were probably 5 to 6 higher. Had a real good group of 14 heifers, weighed 663 at $222. That was right at $1,472 on those heifers. Packer cows overall were steady and the bulls were probably, I'm going to say 2 to 3 higher. Top bull $1.28 today. Pairs and bred cows were very steady and good trade. A lot of activity on those, Larry. Overall, a good day.
What are we anticipating for Monday's sale in Mason?
I think we kind of had what we had this past week. I've got 2 or 3 groups I know coming. Our weather's a little better today, but then I think we get the week a little hotter, maybe not quite as much humidity, so that'll help a lot. But the way the market still is, if we did get some showers, so that helped along a little bit. So we'll kind of end up with a decent run, I think, next Monday and then also next Thursday, Larry.
Tell everybody how to contact you, Ken Jordan.
You bet. Then give us a call. Area code 325-372-5159. If you do want to sell some cattle, you need to, before the 4th of July, sell next week. Most everybody around will be shut down the week of the 4th of July. A lot of the buyers will be out and everything, but we will be available all this next week prior to the 4th. We'll take off a week and then we'll be back right after the 4th of July again, Larry.
We appreciate it, Ken. Thank you so much.
You bet, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil field pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, in 16 and 24 inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10-foot wide to 30-foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. We're on the line with Carl Herman, Caldwell Livestock Commission Company. Carl, how was our regular Wednesday sale?
You know, we had a good sale yesterday. Had over 700 head for 120 consigners and 42 buyers on a steady cow market, a little lower calf market. We had 150 cows and bulls yesterday. Slaughter cows 60 to 130. Slaughter bulls $1 to $1.13. We didn't really have any good bulls to sell. Stocker cows 800 to 1375, and pairs 1175 to 1800. On the calf side, on the steers, 2 to 3 weights $2 to $2.35. 3 to 4 weight steers brought $2.20 to $2.55. 4 to 5 weights $2.18 to $2.82. 5 to 6 weights $2.16 to $2.37. 6 to 7 weight steers brought $2 to $2.17, and the 7 to 8 weights $1.95 to $2.07. On the heifer side, 2 to 3 weight heifers brought $2 to $2.42. 3 to 4 weights brought $2.15 to $2.47. The 4 and 5 weight heifers $2 to $2.25. 5 to 6 weights $2 to $2.15. 6 to 7 weight heifers $1.70 to $1.90, and the 7 to 8 weights $1.55 to $1.85. So overall, had a good day. It's getting hot, and it's some of these calves are getting a little sick, but these guys are buying them and keep on going. So we look forward to next week.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for next week's sale.
All righty. My number is 979-820-5349. Call the barn 567-4119. 899. If you're in the Giddings area, call Max Ebner at 540-8676.
Carl, I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Yes, sir, Larry. Thank you, both.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, neighbor, I'm Larry Marble. We're here with Aaron of Homestead and Ranch Real Estate. They specialize in Texas farms and ranches and custom homes on acreage. Why should someone trust y'all with their farm and ranch investment, Aaron?
Good question, Larry. We fully believe that trust starts with truth and ends with truth every single day. We live by this code.
So tell me how that works when you're helping farm and ranch clients.
We understand that we're helping our clients with one of the most important transactions they'll ever make. We learn everything there is to know about the property, get professional photos and videos, create multiple marketing packages to send out, and we make sure all brokers and buyers know your ranch is available.
How can they reach you, Aaron?
Well, they can call me directly at 214-985-9862, and I give you my word, I'll call you back. Or you can visit us at www.homesteadandranch.com.
We're on the line with Leroy Kruger. Leroy, how's the bull business?
Oh, it hasn't been too bad, Larry. For being a hot summer already, we've been guys kind of buying a few to finish growing out and just filling some holes, We got a few Charolais bulls here and a really nice set of them good big 2-year-old red Angus bulls and a good selection of Pole Herefords and a couple of Horn Herefords here and a Angus or two. So just a little variety. Some of the Angus bulls are, just fall bulls. They're young. Most of the other bulls are all turning 2. Some of the poles are going to be 2 in the fall, but got a real nice variety and just kind of plugging along through the hot summer.
Well, y'all keep on plugging, sell some bulls, and tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, Larry, they can catch me on the mobile at 830-570-0660.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, and stay safe out there.
I will. Hey,
The weather's pretty rough.
It is. Did Josh get any hail?
Yeah, they had a little hail and had pretty high winds and had 2 or 3 tenths of rain up there. And he said, that deal over there close to them, Matador, that was a pretty tough deal there. And,
yeah.
And Matthew said something about a while ago. He called me and said they had some deal happen around Houston there yesterday evening, a cloudburst or something. I don't know. Pretty tough deal. Said put trees through houses and airplanes turned over and all kind of things. I hadn't heard that, but anyway, you never know.
You never know.
So Mother Nature can be rough,
That's right. Well, tell Josh
somebody.
He's probably figured out what the seller's for by now.
Yeah, that's right. They sure have. So,
yeah.
I had somebody talk about this heat and about it getting so dry and everything else. I said, that's just the good Lord reminding us that, there are good days, but there can also be more bad days.
That's right. Well, Leroy, take care.
You too, Larry. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Wholesale Steel, family owned and operated since 1976. Has heavy-duty panels, the first and only panels on the market with a lifetime warranty against damage from your animals. Wholesale Steel with 2 locations to serve you in San Antonio and Hearn. Financing available, and we wholesale to the public. Visit our website at wholesalesteelsa.com or call 210-624-2000 for Wholesale Steel.
All right, sir. We're on the line with Rodney Butler, B-Bill Livestock. Rodney, how's the Friday sale shaping up Thursday evening?
We're looking for a good sale tomorrow, sir. We're tagging on a little over 3.5. We got some good calves up there. Got a set of black steers and heifers mix. Got a set of F1 steers and heifers mix. Got another set of black calves that come off heifers. They're light. They're probably weighing anywhere from 3 to 4, and they're really good. There's 88 of them. And then I got a set of 33 Beefmaster Cross heifers. They're weighing 7.5. They're weaned, so they're ready to go to feed yard. But and a handful of cows, handful of palpates, but mostly good calves to sell tomorrow, sir.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you in Beeville, Rodney.
Yeah, if I can help market your cattle, call me at 361-358-1727, or y'all can reach me on my mobile, 645-5002.
I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Thank you, and take care.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, did you know that the Millworks division at MG Building Materials is a great place to look when you want to upgrade your home? That division carries a full line of wood, aluminum, and vinyl windows. What a great upgrade. We've got vinyl windows in our house down here on the bay, and they sure are pretty from the inside and out. The possibilities for those upgrades are endless with the help of MG and their 5 locations. They've got one in San Antonio, got one in Corpus, got one in Uvalde, got one in Kerrville, and they have one in Pleasanton. That's MG Building Materials. Neighbor, let's take a long look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. Milo through Corpus Christi in June, D's plus 85, $12.60. Houston, D's plus $1, $12.87. Progresso, Deese even money at 11.08. In Brownsville, Deese plus 25, 11.53. Yellow corn to Corpus in June, September less 20, 5.97. We'll call Progresso 6.47. Hard red winter wheat to Houston, July even money, 8.71. And we'll call number one beans to Houston, August, September delivery, November less 70, 12.69. Texas cotton, 163 bale of West Texas sold yesterday. Prices went from a high of 76.04, a low of 74.54, and the average 75.30. Neighbor, that's it for the best darn farm show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. No brag, just fact. Check us out on the web, down on thefarmradio.com, or one of our 14 affiliate stations. All the way from Abilene to Corpus Christi, we are Down on the Farm Radio.